Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the October 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go and jump in and get started here, Sagittarius. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for October. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, getting started in that first column, what's wrapping up and coming to a close, we're going to take a look at our summary affirmation card here. And we have the card Core. This is such an interesting one. If you look, the heart is very bright, very colorful. The Core card is all about doing things that feel good at your core, Sagittarius. So I love this for you. I love that that has been your reality these last few weeks. So being able to work on things that actually feel good, doing things that actually feel good for you. So nice card to kick us off. Let's see what messages we have coming through here for you though. Okay, first up we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical, wise, and more importantly, this is like a good investment. So again, I'm not sure what you've been working on, where you've been investing your time, your money, but this is not only saying it's something that feels good to you, Sagittarius, but this is also something that is very good investment for you. So again, the right place to put your time, your energy, your heart. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is one of those cards that's always favorable for you. It's a card of getting clarity. It's getting more information. This is very much so about your life's purpose, your life's path. So it makes sense why this feels good at the core. And we're also hearing that this is a good investment for you. At the bottom here, we have the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like there were options. There were choices here. And it's good to know you made the right one here, Sagittarius. So that's great to see. But this can also be busy too, juggling priorities, juggling things. But again, it just seems like there were options, there were paths, and being able to navigate that and make the decision that feels so wonderful, knowing that it's a good investment, but also feels good at the core. Not something we all get to do. Looking at our clarifiers here, first up we have the 6 of Swords. I realize this card looks a little gloomy. Everybody's heads are facing away. Swords are stuck into the boat. But if you look at the boat's heading in a forward, positive direction. This is about going through a necessary change. So I truly love this through and through, between feeling good at your core, being told this is a good investment, and now this is saying, yes, this is the transition, the change you needed to make. This could be physically moving or relocating for some of you. The next card that we have is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving. In this case, I feel like you have given so much that we're on the receiving end now. We're receiving clarity. We're receiving this kind of wake-up call. We're receiving this call to your life's purpose. So really wonderful to see. And at the bottom here, we have the Empress. Anything is possible with the Empress. This is a card of creation, this new reality you're creating for yourself, and the abundance that comes along with doing something that is so close to your core and so aligned with your life's purpose. So very deep, very meaningful here, Sagittarius. Truly, truly love to see this. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general look at what's coming for October. We have the card Magnetism. This is so interesting. So your mind is very, very important here in the next few weeks, Sagittarius, because what you think is what you get. So be focused on the things that you want to attract. Be focused on the things that you want to manifest, because these next few weeks and month is a really good time for you to do that. Again, you are the magnet here. So taking a look at our cards, first up we have the the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, very patient, very hardworking. If nose to a grindstone was a card, this is it. One thing I love about this, though, Sagittarius, is when we see the Knight of Pentacles, it's reaping the benefits of your hard work. So again, you're attracting the things that you want to yourself. You're attracting the things that you've worked so hard for. So continue the hard work and be on the receiving end. Next up, we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. It's my favorite card in the entire deck. It's seriously everything wonderful. Total love, support, contentment, happiness. You see the happy couple, the kids playing, the house in the background, the grass is green. All of your cups are full. So this is such a good card. Again, you're attracting this perfect reality, this epitome of whatever you see as contentment and happiness. You've worked hard for it. This is receiving. So again, really important month to work on that manifesting and attracting those things to you. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of grieving. It can be a card of loss or sorrow. I do think that there could be some grieving here. Potentially you lose a family or friend or pet. This is an interesting message. I think that you could actually like lose a possession too. Like maybe you I don't know, lose your phone or like lose a ring or something that's very close to you. I feel like we're losing something, but it may not be a person per se. We'll see if we can clarify that. Taking a look at our clarifiers, we have the Nine of Pentacles to start off with. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gains. Again, we are in the position of gaining. The Knight of Pentacles is reaping the benefits of your hard work. And the Nine of Pentacles is the gains coming from that. This is really, really wonderful to see this come full circle. Again, all of these things you've put time and energy in, we're at the point where you're going to see the gains. You're going to see the benefits from them. Our next card is the Queen of Swords. This is very self-sufficient and very honest. But you have you to thank to getting you to this Ten of Cups, getting yourself to this contentment, getting yourself to these gains. This is a stellar reading, truthfully, here, Sagittarius. Very, very interesting to see. Wonderful to see as well. At the bottom here, we have the Hermit. I'm just giving you the message I'm hearing. The Hermit can be like a card of isolation. So if you like get invited to go out to do something and it doesn't feel right, I wouldn't. Maybe that will help you prevent losing this thing. Like maybe somebody like invites you to a club and you're like, I don't know if I like that neighborhood, and you get there and then you lose your ID. So I don't know. I wouldn't say stay inside all month or anything of that sort, but I feel like you'll get invited to something and then the outcome won't be good. Perhaps where that loss would come from. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So a quick money message to start us off with here. A quick money affirmation, actually. Money is a tool I choose to use to build the life of my dreams. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. First up, we have the Death card. I always like to point out the Death card doesn't mean death, but it is big changes. It's endings. It's time to move on. It's like rebirth or transformation. So I feel like it's one or the other. This is a career transformation or this is a financial transformation for all of you. Again, I don't feel like it's both. It's like this is financial transformation or career transformation, but definitely some big changes coming in October. We'll see what other clarity we can get there. Our next card is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Swords, this is new clarity. This is new ideas. In this case, this is new opportunities. This is like the new start for your finances or the new start for your career. Love to see this though. At the bottom, we have the Four of Pentacles. These are our desires. These are our long-term security, the things that we want. What we want to lock down. So I feel like this transformation is pushing you towards this thing that you want, those long-term desires. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the King of Cups. This is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. It's interesting. I feel like you're kind of rolling with this. I feel like this change may be happening and you don't even know how significant it can be. I do think some of you could be moving into a leadership role too. There's a lot of leadership aspects that come into the King of Cups. The next card we have is the Emperor card. Again, another leadership card. So lots of leadership opportunity here. But the Emperor is very much so about strategic planning and where we're going in the future. So it makes total sense why we're seeing a card like this, because again, this is like changing the future, changing where we're going. A shift in direction for sure. Again, career or financial, just depends. I feel like it's 50-50 here. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Swords. If you look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here. Very fast-paced change is happening. We're making aggressive, quick progress towards this desire. It's interesting. Again, I feel like you don't even know this change is happening, but it's so rash and significant. So, looking forward to seeing how that plays out for you. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So a quick love message here. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage. Looking at our first card, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of being stressed, exhausted, overburdened. You see this person as like carrying all of these wands and they're like hunched over into them, overwhelmed. Be careful what we commit to. Be careful with over committing this month. I feel like you're spread a little thin here, Sagittarius. So again, be cautious of over committing. Again, we are spread thin. We're feeling tired. You have the Four of Swords. We need to do some rest, renewal, recovery, retreat, all of those R's to get us back kind of in shape. Again, be very careful what you commit to, because I feel like so many of you are like needing this rest, needing to recover, needing some downtime. At the bottom here, we have the Moon card. This is a card of trusting your intuition. So you're going to know what to say no to. You're going to know that you're feeling burnt out, and you're going to know what you need to do to recharge yourself. With the Moon card, this is like also voluntary change. So it's like you have to put down some of the wands. You have to carve out the time for this rest in order to get it. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the World card. The World card is a card of completing a goal, completing a lesson. It's an ending. In this case, I like to see this ending. I feel like this is an ending for you to stop spreading yourself so thin. Stop being exhausted and overwhelmed and overburdened. So couldn't ask for a better ending. There could be like an actual project or something that's wrapping up and coming to a close that's going to naturally reduce some of those Ten of Wands as well. We have the Star card here. This fits in with all of our R's. Remember our rest, renewal, recovery, retreat that we have with our Four of Swords. The Star card is the renewal card. So it ties so nicely into all those R's, rest, renewal. I like to see you getting this energy back. Again, something's ending here. Energy is shifting. We aren't going to be spread so thin. So that is fabulous to see. Yeah. That's my message there. Moving on to the bottom, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very self-assured. We were talking with the Moon card. It's about trusting your intuition. So again, you know when you need to rest. You know when you need the recovery. You know what to say no to. I don't need to spell all of that out for you. It'll be very clear. Okay, moving on to our fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Specialization. This is interesting. So there's something you're very knowledgeable in. There's a skill and expertise that you have. Sorry you get to see both cats today in the video. But it's going to come back and play in your favor. So I like to see this, the specialization. This is going to be doing something that you know, doing something that you're very good at. So love that energy going into this final column. Let's take a look and see what messages we've got going on. I do want to mention there are swords in each of these cards. So swords oftentimes are air signs and it's very intellectual. So just keep that in mind as you go through here, Sagittarius. But again, there's a skill, something that you can play forward, something that you can use. First up, we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, this is a card of needing to rest. This is a card of being worried, being stressed. This something is like keeping you up at night. It's bothering you so much. With the Knight of Swords, there's some skill, something that you have that can guide you through this. So do your best to put your worries at bay. Again, this situation has you really stressed out, but it's like you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you know what you need to do with that specialization card. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. This is pretty fitting to see. Again, this is self-imposed restrictions. This is doubting yourself, questioning yourself here, Sagittarius, but it's like, again, you know the answer. You have the skills to navigate through whatever this is that's worrying you. And at the bottom here, this is the Justice card. This comes through in your favor. This is like cause and effect, but you win with the Justice card. Truth comes out, success in your favor. Let's take a look at our clarifiers. Of course you needed another sword card in there to solidify the message. Up first, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of clarity. Again, the solution lives within. This is information, this is skills, this is knowledge you already have. So whatever this Nine of Swords thing is that's bothering you, it's not something you can't handle. It's not something you don't know how to navigate here, Sagittarius. Up next, we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an ace card, again, it's a card of newness. The Eight of Swords is about self-imposed restrictions. It's kind of holding yourself back. This is a time to really lean in and use your knowledge and skills in a new way. It's interesting because that's usually a relationship card, but this is the relationship with yourself. This is putting yourself to work for you. And at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. Again, you have the resources that you need to navigate through this situation. So all in all, very nice spread here, Sagittarius. Let's take a look though at our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. I'm going to give you the opportunity now to ask 3 yes or no questions. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 4 of Diamonds, the number 27 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 9 of Spades, the number 41 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 7 of Clubs, the number 20 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes there for you. We're going to pull a quick card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of October. You have Garnet this month, which is good for crisis management, solves chaos, gives you confidence, gives you power. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Sagittarius, your healing note says, all healing is first a healing of the heart. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do, again, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a fabulous October.